Be honest, you know the feeling when you get an 85 on a test and then you're actually pretty happy about it, and then the person beside you goes, "Oh, I got 90. Doesn't feel great anymore." Or maybe you've caught yourself looking at someone and thought, "Man, if I look like them, maybe my life would be so much easier." Or if I had what they have, maybe I'd feel enough. It's weird when you think about it because it's not about grades anymore. It's about like everything. We compare everything. Somewhere along the way, we stopped asking, "Who am I?" and started asking, "So, where do I rank?" And maybe that's the modern life or the tragedy of modern life because we've become so obsessed with measuring people that we've forgotten how to truly see them or how can we see them. Been thinking about that a lot lately. Something that I've been surrounded by my entire life living here in the Philippines, but I didn't really realize or understand it until I got older. And once I did, it completely changed the way I see other people and the way I see myself. Because I think we've been asking the wrong question. The person standing next to you isn't someone you're supposed to be. Your worth isn't something you should measure or earn or get. By the end of this video, I hope that you'll remember that they're not better than you and you're not better than them. We're just people trying to figure out life at the same time, but at the same time, why is it so hard? Like, why does it feel my friend's success is an evidence of my own failure? Well, it turns out that there's a reason for that. Comparison is one of the oldest human experiences we can ever experience. Compare our faces, our grades, our salaries, our relationship, even our private parts. Ew. And the scary part is that comparison does not only steal our joy, it steals our ability to connect. Because when we think someone is above us, we shrink ourselves. And when we think we're above others, we distance ourselves. Either way, we lose ourselves and someone. So, because comparison turns people into mirrors instead of human beings, we stop asking, "Who are you?" Instead, we're asking, "What do you have that I don't?" And maybe that's why I found this one Filipino idea so fascinating, because while much of the world asks, "How do we get ahead?" Oh, how do I get ahead? Filipino culture quietly asks a different question. How do we move forward together? In Filipino culture, we have this beautiful concept called Kapwa. It doesn't simply mean others. It doesn't have this direct equivalent in English. Filipino psychologist Virgilio Enriquez, the father of Psikologiyang Filipino, described it as the shared inner self. The understanding that another person's humanity is connected to yours. In other words, when I look at you, I shouldn't see an opponent. I should see another version of myself. Because in the Filipino worldview, there is no us versus them. There's only us. And perhaps that's what we've forgotten. And of course, understanding something and living it are completely different things. Because despite growing up to this kind of idea of Filipino culture, Kapwa, I still feel like growing up, I still have to earn my place in every room that I walked into, which is really sad because I do not need to do that at all. I've joined pageants, and if you've ever been in one, male or female pageants, you'll know how impossible it is not to compare. Because I would ask myself, he's taller, he's more handsome, he speaks better than me. What am I doing here? What if I don't belong here? And because I'm naturally competitive, those thoughts became even louder. But over time, I realized that the guy that is standing beside me, maybe he is overthinking also about his Q&A, comparing also his height to other candidates, and he's probably scared too. So we're just people. They are also people. We are people. And that's when I realized something uncomfortable, that they were never my competitions. They were just like my mirrors. The taller guy represented my insecurity. The confident guy represented my self-worth. And the guy that is successful is representing my fear of not being enough. So they were basically mirrors. So my walls came down during rehearsals. I would help others learn the choreo or just help like a little bit. And in school, I would not gatekeep my ideas. Celebrating others doesn't take away your own potential. Your potential will always be there, because helping others doesn't take away your potential. And I think I misunderstood humility growing up. I thought being humble meant being smaller. I thought it is looking down when other important people came to a room and believing everyone else deserved to take space except me. But humility isn't thinking less of yourself. It's thinking of yourself less. It's standing in the room and saying, "I belong here and so do you." There will be seasons where you win, and there will be seasons where you will clap for others, and that's normal. That's life. And maybe that's what Kapwa and Bayanihan have been trying to teach us all along. And the interesting thing is, psychology seems to agree. Because as it turns out, comparison isn't a sign that you're broken or you're insecure. It's a sign that you're human. In 1954, psychologist Leon Festinger proposed social comparison theory. The idea that human beings naturally compare themselves to others to understand where they fit in. In other words, your brain isn't broken. It's just doing its thing. It's doing exactly what it evolved to do. Thousands of years ago, knowing where you stood in your tribe could determine whether you survived or not. But now, we are not comparing ourselves to 20 people in a village. We are comparing ourselves to millions of people in our phones. There's a reason why the image of Bayanihan isn't a one single person carrying the house. It's a community lifting it together. Because Filipinos understand something long before psychology did, that life becomes lighter when we stop carrying it alone. So if comparison is human and connection is the answer, the question becomes, how do we actually practice that in our daily lives? Here's the framework that actually helped me. We have the H.U.M.A.N framework, or the H.U.M.A.N framework. H, honor your humanity. You will compare yourself sometimes, that's okay. You're human. You understand others. The people you admire are humans too. They have fears, they have bad days, they have insecurities just like you. M, make space. You don't have to shrink yourself just to make other people comfortable, or you don't have to shrink just to make space for them. A, appreciate without attachment. Celebrate someone's success without making it a statement about your own worth. And N, nurture connection, because life becomes lighter when we stop competing and start connecting. Remember this, the room was never too small for all of us. We only believe it was. And like every good lesson, it only matters if we practice it. This video resonated with you. I would love to hear in the comments about a time when you stopped comparing yourself and started connecting with others. Thank you so much for spending a part of your day with me. Until next time, keep becoming from Aldrin.